Today, I went to see a friend who's suffering from cancer, and it's really serious. And it's hurtful to see a friend who's suffering a lot, and I can't believe the strength she has. I think, sometimes I think, hey, what would happen if I was in that situation? You get very empathic, and kind of feel for someone who you really love, or and you can really relate to. And I also had my mother passing away from cancer 5 years ago, so it kind of brings me back to that. And yeah, I just, I feel motivated to share this because I see lots of clients who are concerned about not being the best, not having the best, not achieving the best. And I know we all want to be the best. We all want to feel important. We all want to feel loved. We all want to achieve good things. We have dreams, and sometimes we forget about them. And I can't really talk about myself because I've always gone for my dreams. I've always, and I'll do anything to defend my dreams. But I think it's not really about whether you're trying to go for your dreams or not. It's about, which of course, ideally you'll want to, because it really gives you that motivation to keep going no matter what, right? It gives you that grit, that determination that you can actually achieve because you're determined to. You not only want it, you're totally determined to get it. And that's what makes you achieve, really. I've seen one dream after another, work. It takes sometimes longer than I expect or than I want to, but it does happen if you stick to it long enough. But in any case, I think the message here that I really want to give to those who are thinking, hey, if I don't get what I want now, if I don't get it, then it's because I'm not good enough, or all those funny thoughts that we get when we feel very discouraged, and that is really not useful. It's not helpful at all. And what has worked for me, and I hope that this can be also a message of hope for those who are having trouble, because you don't really need to wait until you got a big problem to get started on this. On the contrary, actually, the sooner you start, the better, because it's all about training the mind. And the quicker you get into training your mind, then when you really need it, because you're really down, or you have some really bad thing happening, I don't know, you lose your job, you don't succeed in, I don't know, in a university course, or in a tertiary education, or whatever goals you have, or you want to go overseas and then but you can't do it because you don't have the finances, or whatever your goal is, your aspiration is. It's not the end of the world. Believe me, it's not the end of the world. And why we really get into this, there's so much to it, so I'll just be very brief. And one of the many things that goes on is that we look for happiness outside ourselves, and we think, okay, if I I don't know, say you want to buy a house, and you want a pretty house, a nice house, a comfortable house, and you can't really afford it. And then you get all down and say, well, but at this stage, I should be able to afford a house. Goodness, Lord, it's, I'm 40 years old and I haven't achieved it yet. What's wrong with me? Right? And you know what? That's not the source of happiness, because Even if you did have the money, even if you did get that house, or what you're really trying to aspire for, right? Even if you get that, the moment you get what you wanted, you'll want something else. So what's the whole point? You'll always want something. We're conditioned to be that way as human beings. We want more and more and more. So instead of looking outside, let's look inside. And by connecting with our heart and trying to see who you are, accept who you are, and it doesn't matter what the external circumstances are or what you achieve, but really connect with who you are and be happy with who you are, or who you are becoming, because who you are is not really who you are. It's who you are becoming, because nothing is static in life. Everything is dynamic. Everything changes. If you compare your life to, photography, for instance, life isn't a photography. A photography is your past, it's gone. It's more about filming. And what film, what movie do you want to make with your life? It's not going to be a static one. You'll always want something more. You'll want something more exciting, more money, more. But you know what? That's all external stuff. Always look for warmth, peace, and love in your heart, and that will make you happy. The trick is how to do it. Well, you can train your mind. Train your mind, your mindset, meditate, visualize. There are tons of ways to do it. Not tons, I would say. But get started. Get started in looking inside as opposed to looking outside. And just to wrap up with regards to, why I was motivated to say this is because sickness, I've just seen it over and over again. I mean, I've had, from my mother's side, all my family died of cancer. Everyone, every single one. So I've got 50% chances I can get it, but I'll stick to the other 50%. And I've always seen that depression or, being very, very upset all the time and really gloomy and all that connects very easily. I mean, unfortunately, it does connect because, cancer can happen with anyone, really. But if you allow yourself to go deep down without getting any help to get out, because, oh, no, I don't need anyone, or, well, maybe, I'll just close up and not speak with anyone, and then, that's it. But that's not the solution at all. It starts here, but it ends up physically, and cancer is one manifestation of deep, deep depression. So I remember when my mother got depressed when she was younger, very, very depressed when she split up from my dad, and she actually said, I got to be very careful because my psychologist told me that if I keep depressed, I can get cancer. So it's not something new, and not for you to be very alarmed. But on the other hand, if you can do something positively to move forward and, just get help. It's all, if we're not okay here, which our emotions then make us feel and think things that are really not right and not contributing to our health. On the contrary, they're making our health worse. If that's the case, it can just get worse, so don't let it, don't let things get so bad that in the end, you might really do have to go for help, but urgent help, or get some kind of disease that it was really preventable, just because you didn't make the right lifestyle choices. So, well, I hope this message really, touches your heart as it has mine for a long time, actually, but I'm just reliving it one more time. So be wise, get help if you need it. Just don't stay in the dumps. It's no good. Take care. Bye-bye.